students, today is our 12th class of PHP. Although we have covered it in JavaScript, I would like to have a quick revision of a regular expression. So what exactly is regular expression? Are specially formatted text strings used to find patterns in text. Regular expressions are one of the most powerful tools available today for effective and efficient text processing and manipulations. For example, we have seen the form, right? In our form, we collected some different data. So in that, we have collected name and email, address, etc. Now, when we are collecting the name is made up of only the alphabet. So we can check for the validation of the name. For example, if user has entered some numbers into it or whether he has entered some special characters. So we can check the pattern for the name as only alphabets. Similarly, for email, there is a pattern, right? There is one @ symbol, then the dot is there. So we can always do the validation by checking a particular pattern for a particular data that we are collecting, and for that we are going to use the regular expression. PHP version 5.3 and above supports Perl style regular expressions via its preg family of functions. We are going to see all those functions, the commonly used functions. Why Perl style regular expression? Because Perl was the first mainstream programming language that provided integrated support for regular expressions, and it is well known for its strong support of regular expressions and its extraordinary text processing and manipulation capabilities. Let us begin with some commonly used built-in pattern matching functions of PHP. The first function what we are going to discuss is, I will call it as preg. Actually it is p regular expression, so I'll call it as preg. So say preg match. What this function does, it performs a regular expression match. We can check for the matches using this function. Next comes preg match all. It performs a global regular expression match. What exactly is the difference between preg match and preg match all? The PHP preg match function, it stops searching after it finds the first match, whereas preg match all function continues searching until the end of the string and find all possible matches instead of stopping at the first match. The next function is preg replace. It performs the regular expression search and replace. Next one, preg grep. It returns the elements of the input array that match the pattern. Next is preg split. It splits up a string into substrings using regular expression. The last one is preg code. It codes the regular expression characters found within the string. Next, what we are going to see is the regular expression syntax. The characters that are given special meaning within our regular expressions are dot, star, question mark, then these brackets, parentheses, curly brackets or braces what we call, then this is a caret symbol, dollar, a pipe and a backslash. If you want to use any of these characters literally, then you need to backslash these characters. For example, you can, if you want to use the dot literally, you can use backslash. And next comes the character classes. So the square brackets surrounding a pattern of characters are called as character class. For example, if you see here, in the square bracket, there is a pattern. So here is a table. I have given a table where I have written some regular expression classes as well as the meaning, what exactly it does. So the first one is this in square bracket ABC. So what does it do? It matches any one of the characters, either A, B or C. Next one is caret and ABC. It means that it matches any one of the characters other than A, B or C. Next is in the square bracket A dash Z. So it means A to Z. So it matches any one character from the lowercase a to lowercase z. Next one is capital A to Z. So it matches any one character from the uppercase A to uppercase Z. Next one is lowercase a to capital Z. It matches any one character from lowercase a to uppercase Z. Next pattern is 0 to 9. It matches a single digit between 0 and 9. Next pattern is A to Z and 0 to 9. It matches a single character between small a to small z or between 0 and 9. Next comes the predefined character classes. This is just a revision that we have already covered in JavaScript. Let us see the next table of predefined character classes. We will see the examples of each of these once I explain all these things. Some character classes such as digits, letters, white spaces are used so frequently that there are shortcut names for them. Table we will see the shortcuts for that. The first one is dot. It matches any single character except new line, that is \n. Slash D matches any digit character, same as square bracket 0 to 9 pattern. Then is the \capital D. It matches any non-digit character, same as not 0 to 9. Next is \small s. It matches any white space character. So it is same as the pattern. See, in square bracket we have a space, that is blank space. Then this is a tab, new line and carriage return. \capital S. It matches any non-white space character. It is same as not space, tab, new line and carriage return. It matches any word character. What do you mean by word characters? It is defined as small a to z, capital A to z, the digit 0 to 9 and the underscore. So you can see the pattern. It can be same as small a to z, then capital A to z, underscore and the digits 0 to 9. Then comes \capital W. It matches any non-word character. So it is same as not small a to z, capital A to z, underscore and the digits 0 to 9. The next topic is repetition quantifiers. Why quantifiers? If you want to match more than one character, for example, let us see if you want to match or to find out the words containing one or more instances of letter P or words containing at least two P's and so on. This is where the quantifiers come into the play. With quantifiers, you can specify how many times a character in a regular expression should match. Let us see the table. The first regular expression you can see, this matches one or more occurrences of the letter P. Then comes P star. It matches 0 or more occurrences of the letter P. Next comes P and the question mark. It matches 0 or 1 occurrence of the letter P. Next is P and in curly braces you see the digit 2. It matches exactly 2 occurrences of the letter P. Then P and in braces we have 2, 3. It matches at least 2 occurrences of the letter P but not more than 3 occurrences of the letter P. Next is P and in curly braces you see 2 and comma. There is no other digits specified over here. Means it matches 2 or more occurrences of the letter P. The last one is P and in curly braces you see no digit is specified but the second digit is 3. It means it matches at most 3 occurrences of the letter P. Next comes position anchors. There are certain situations where you want to match at the beginning or end of a line or word or a string. To do this, you can use anchors. Two common anchors are caret, which represents the start of the string, and the dollar, which represents the end of the string. For example, if you see in this table, there is a caret at P. It means it matches the letter P at the beginning of the line and P dollar matches the letter. Okay, this is capital. I'll make it small. So you see P dollar, it matches the letter P at the end of a line. Next comes pattern modifiers. Pattern modifiers are placed directly after the regular expression. So this is a table of pattern modifiers. Small I, it makes a match, case insensitive manner. Small m changes the behavior of caret and dollar to match against a new line boundary. Now what do you mean by this? It means that start or end of each line within a multiple string. Fine, instead of a single string boundary. Next comes G, it performs a global match. O, it evaluates the expression only once. Next one is small s. It changes the behavior of dot to match all characters including new lines. Next comes x. It is small x. It allows you to use white space and comments within regular expression for clarity. And the last one what we are going to see today is word boundaries. A word boundary character slash backslash b helps you search for the words that begins and or ends with a pattern. For example, the regular expression, if I will write the regular expression, I'll write slash b and I will write car. So if this is my regular expression, it matches the words beginning with the pattern car. But if I put this at the end, this regular expression matches the words ending with the pattern car. And it would match some words like scar, so S and CAR, Oscar, supercar, etc. And this will match with the words like cartoon, cart, carrot, etc. So let us see the examples of each of these topics that we have covered today. This is a pattern that I have stored. Pattern is always within the slashes. I hope you can guess the pattern. Which words in this line will match with the patterns? It's very easy for you to guess, right? This is just the revision. Okay, let's use our preg match function. So what are you matching? What are you checking? What is your pattern? So what is your pattern? Your pattern is stored into the variable pattern. So give that variable pattern, and where you want to search for this pattern, you want to search this pattern into the variable text. Fine, correct. So write text. And if you find the pattern, we'll say pattern found, or we'll say match found, else we'll say match not found. Don't forget to start your Apache server, and it says match found because if you see there is a pattern matching in our text line. We have first one CA and R, and then after that E, and we have one more CA, K and E. Now if you want to search for all the matching patterns within the string, we can always use preg match all. Let's use a variable result and we will use preg match all. What you want to search for the pattern which is in variable pattern. Where you want to search in the text. Save the program. See, it says two matches found. Since we have the same pattern in two words, one is in careful and the second one is in K. So our echo statement displays that two matches found. Let us have an example of the predefined character classes. So once again we'll change the pattern now. One more variable, replace. See, here I have inserted new line characters. Okay, before eating and after eating. There are two new line characters, backslash n and backslash n over here. What you want to replace? So there is a pattern stored in our pattern variable. Then there is one more variable, replace. And where we are going to do all these things is within our variable text. Then let's have a break. So wherever there was a space, that space has been replaced with a dash. See, wherever there was a space, the space has been replaced with a dash. Now if you see eating, I'll go back to the program. In while and eating there was no space, but there was a new line character, and between eating and cake there was a space as well as a new line character. Let's go back and check. Be careful, while there is no space, I'll add a space also. And let's run the program now. Refresh the program. See now. Wherever there was a space, just a single dash, and after while, that means before eating, there was a space and backslash n for new line, then one more backslash n for new line and a space. So if you see eating, there are two dashes before eating as well as after eating. It's because of one for the space and one for the new line. So now let us see an example of repetition quantifiers. Let's change our pattern. I'll use the square brackets. This is the pattern now. This is our new pattern. We'll change the line now. So this is our new line. My favorite places are Belgaum, Mumbai and Pune. Let's have one more variable called as, let's have a variable say string str, and I will use break split. Our pattern is here. So what exactly it does? This regular expression, it will split the string at comma, the sequence of commas, white space, or the combination thereof using the break split function. Now we have to use the loop, so we'll say loop through the string. See, we are using break split for this is our pattern, and we are going to split the string which is there in variable. For array, we know we use for each loop. So you see here, each and every word has been split and it's been displayed on the separate lines. We will see one more example of position anchors. So we are declaring the array name and we will have some names stored into this array. First name, I'll start with. So we have an array called as name and we have 3 names stored into this. 2 names are starting with. Here is our pattern. And let's have one more variable called as result. Loop through the result array. Use your loop for each. We're going to use for each loop. And what are you trying to loop through? So that is our result. Save the program. Okay, this is the pattern. We have a variable called as pattern and this is the pattern that we are going to use today. This is our array called as name and in this array we have 3 names. Out of these 3 names, 2 names are starting with S and then we have used break function. This is the pattern and this will be used for the array name and we are going to loop through the result array and we are going to display whatever is the result. So save the program and see the names starting with S, only those names are displayed using the for each loop. We will see one example of pattern modifiers. So now the pattern is this and we have used I will make this as capital C and then we'll have result variable and the pattern is pattern, where is it in text and we will echo it. Save the program. See, it says 2 match found. One is capital C city and the other one is in small c city and we have used the pattern modifier I. If I don't use this and refresh, it says 1 match found because the pattern says small c in city whereas we have the two words with city but in this it is capital C and in this it is small c. Let's have one more example with caret and M. To this only I will add. Here is a caret symbol and we'll use I as well as M. And it says 0 match found. See here, now I've added \n over here and when I save the program and run, we get 1 match found. If I change the sentence, I'll say, I'll put it at the beginning. See, I have changed the place of the city. So 1 is at the beginning and 1 at the end using \n. And when I run this program, now we get 2 match found. Thank you.